What's going on, good people? What's going on, good people? We got another amazing episode here for you today on Speak Your Success in the morning. Don't touch that dial, and excited to see you and have you here this Thursday. Let's get into it. What's going on? What's going on? What's going on, good people? What's going on, successors? Welcome to Speak Your Success in the morning. I'm your host, Jonathan Jones, and y'all, you're in for another phenomenal episode today. Y'all, I don't want to waste any time because y'all know before we kick this show off, we got to bring out our co-host, right? Got to bring out our co-host, producer Britt. So we're going to go ahead and get ready to bring her out. But y'all remember. Here on Speak Your Success, you can always expect a few things. We're going to hit on news. We're going to hit a little bit on sports. We're going to hit on culture. And we got to hit you with the 3 E's, okay? So we're going to hit you with entertainment. We're going to hit you with education. And we got to give you empowerment. But without further ado, let's bring producer Britt to the chat. Producer Britt, how you feeling this morning?
Hey, good morning. Happy Thursday.
Happy
I'm hoodied
Thursday.
up like Jonathan, y'all. I'm hoodied
Gang,
up like
gang.
Jonathan.
Gang.
Gang.
Yeah,
What's
for our
up?
video viewing listeners. Yeah, video viewing streamers. Yeah, we hooded up today.
Yeah.
Yeah. How you feeling though? Cause you hopped on the broadcast lit.
You know how I feel like? I feel like Todd Delaney at that men's conference right now when he was doing this. At the men's conference, he was on stage. Going like this.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. Oh,
Yeah.
Britt,
But
we got to tell for the audio people. They can't see y'all. So me and producer Britt, we worked the conference, and the performer Todd Delaney, Grammy award winning performer Todd Delaney. You understand me?
Mm-hmm.
He was out there. It was about 8:00 in the morning singing, and he just kept doing like this stretch, like he was working his arm. He was like, he would sing 3 words and go, and then he'll sing 3 more words and he'll go, But he was lit. Hey, he was lit. But Britt, go ahead. You say you feeling good.
Stretch his arms and victory belongs to. I'm like,
Tybo, yeah.
But I was in a bed, like I got out the shower, looked at the clock, and it said 8:40, Jonathan. So I hopped in the bed, and it was great. It was so great. I watched a couple episodes.
Going into the bed. That's
I jumped in the I jumped in the bed. I watched a couple episodes of Dexter, and then I fell asleep on that, and then that was it, man.
Okay.
And now I'm here, and I feel great.
Dexter, huh?
I needed the rest.
Man, okay. Dexter. You've been on this. How do you like? Do you go through phases with your shows, like to where? Because you haven't seen Dexter before, or you have seen Dexter before?
No, I've seen the prequel. And then there was a Dexter After Blood or something like that. And I watched that, but I didn't know anything about it because I didn't watch the original show. And so I'm watching the original show now, and it has 8 seasons. And so I watched a little bit of that every single day. And then tonight, because we don't have work tomorrow, I will watch the morning show.
Hey.
I have my Wednesday show. So I got my I'll watch the morning show, and then I also have to watch Platonic, and then I've already watched Zen V, which is with the boys. The boys, if you remember the boys, the superheroes.
Oh,
the villains,
yeah. That show. Man,
so they have the college edition. They have the college edition called Gen V.
Oh, that's the okay.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah,
yes, that's a spinoff. And so I watched that. That just came back on. And then so I gotta knock out this Dexter because Power is coming back on in November. And then on top of that, we have And then I got Reasonable Doubt to watch. I think that came on yesterday as well. So
Jesus.
I'm just yeah, I got so many shows, but like Dexter is kind of like my show that I'm watching as I'm watching my main show. So
Okay.
yeah, yeah. And
I'm
like
I'm
keeping
here for it.
my family, Tulsa King just came back out. That's with
Sylvester Stallone,
Sylvester
huh? Yeah.
Stallone. And yeah, so I think I
Man.
have one more episode to watch from the last season, and then I get into that. And then Landman with Billy Bob Thornton is coming back out November 16th. That's actually
Billy
filmed in
Bob does his thing.
Oh, top tier, top tier. And so Billy Bob Thornton, and that was all filmed in Fort Worth, Texas. So
Mm.
excited to see
Okay.
how, because last season they filmed in a little bit of Odessa, Midland, around
That
there.
sounds about right. Yeah, Friday Night Lights type
Yeah,
area. Yeah.
yeah, kind of like for oil. The show's about
Mm-hmm.
oil. And
Yeah,
so
yeah,
this season it's filmed in Fort Worth. So
yeah.
I'm just excited to see, what all they captured and all that good stuff.
I'm
I
here for it.
wonder if, it's about billionaire. So, is the daughter of the Walmart gonna be in there? She lives in Fort Worth. So
Mm.
super cool, super cool, super
I'm
cool.
here for
So
it.
loving they film shows in Dallas like they did Queen out if you know Queen of the South, kind of like a Mexican cartel show. And yeah. So I love my shows. I love my shows. I love my
Yeah.
shows.
Speaking of shows, though, we're about to get straight from tour. But speaking of shows, the morning
Mm-hmm.
show, and I'm only saying something because it's been out like it seemed like I think it's been like 2 weeks or something. So people should have seen the first episode at least. They kicked that thing off with a bang for the morning show. I'm like, whoa, because I was asking Gabby, I was like, where? I was like, I don't even know where they're gonna take this now, because they got Mitch Kessler off the show and everything like that. But I'm like, what are they gonna do now? And Gabby's like, well, they got a lot of different areas they can
Right,
explore, but
because
kicking
Mitch
that
is
thing,
dead.
yeah, Mitch took himself off the cliff, yeah, out of
Yeah,
there,
Mitch is dead,
gone.
and then you got the black producer Kate. She's back,
Mm-hmm.
and
But
then Brad.
uh,
How they brought Bradley in on that episode.
yeah, I mean, it was but just there wasn't a beat missed. Like it just came in like that. I'm like, oh,
And then Aaron
Mufasa.
Pierre, that's
Oh
Mufasa.
my, yeah, that's Mufasa for
Aaron
sure.
Pierre, that's
Yeah,
Mufasa. I was
yeah.
like, how Stella get Aaron?
I don't got nothing to say
The
about that.
casting is the casting is crazy.
I don't got nothing to say
Me and
about that
Shay was
right there.
like, when they start dating, when he get in the show? Oh my gosh. So
Boy came out of
I
left
can't.
field, going to
Boy
work.
came out of left field. Yeah.
Mm.
But yeah, Aaron Pierre, that's Mufasa.
Yeah,
Okay. Aaron
yeah.
Pierre, that's Mufasa.
Okay.
Yeah. All right, straight from the source.
All
Sorry.
right, man. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and get into straight from the source. Cause all right, y'all. So we've been talking about Job for the past few days, and I wanna just pick back up where we left off from yesterday. But today I wanna start reading, and we're gonna be in Job chapter 2 and verse 11. And let's just go ahead and dive in. Let's go ahead and dive in. So yesterday I was talking about just ultimately being able to, like, can you still give God praise in the midst of pain, right? Can you still give God what he is worthy of and what he deserves? But now, verse 11, and the text reads, now when Job's three friends heard about all this adversity that had came upon him, they came, each one of them in his own place. Eliphaz and the Temanite, Bildad the Shittite, and Zophar the Naamanite. And they made an appointment together to come to sympathize with him and to comfort him. When they looked from a distance and did not recognize him, they raised their voices and they wept. And each of them tore his robe, and they threw dust over their heads and toward the sky. Then they sat down on the ground with him for 7 days and 7 nights, with no one speaking a word to him, for they saw that his pain was very, very great. Okay, so what do we know about Job thus far? Real quick recap. We know that Job has lost his family, Job has lost his kids. His wife is calling him. His wife is saying he needs to go ahead and curse God, needs to go ahead and die. But all through the midst of this, Job is still remaining faithful to God. Job has said that I can't accept the good from God, which he said in verse 10, but then not accept the adversity from God, which really shook things up right there. Okay. But now what do we see? Now we see Job's friends have come into the chat, and his friends are there to be with him. They're there to support him. They're there to love on him. The question I have for you is this: do you have three people in your corner that if they seeing you going through a tough time, they won't tell you their opinions. They won't tell you what you should be doing, what you need to be doing, and how you need to get it done. But they'll just sit there and sympathize, y'all. And I guess I'm projecting a little bit because for me personally, right? For me, when it comes down to somebody saying, "John, you need to," but do this, do that. You need to do this. You need to do that. For me personally, when I hear somebody say that, my immediate reaction is to do the opposite or to do nothing at all, because I never have been fond of people telling me what I need to do. And imagine somebody in this situation. Imagine one of Job's three friends in this situation telling him, "Job, you need to be praying more. Job, you need to get in your word. Job, you know what? You need to just scratch all this and you just need to go ahead and just pull the plug." Imagine that if he had those type of people speaking into his life at this point where he's at his lowest point of life. Like imagine what that outcome would be. One, they probably wouldn't be friends with Job no more. And two, based on the fact of the loss and the tragedy that he has seen in the past amount of time, right? Because we don't know how much time it was that passed between the deaths, between him losing not only family, but also just losing everything around him, right? But imagine how to respond to that. So I just want to encourage you today and to consider. Do you have not only do you have just three friends that will sit there, they'll empathize with you, they'll rock with you, they'll make sure that you're good, but do you have three friends that through the midst of a tough time, they'll cry with you? Do you have three friends that will intercede and will go to God on your behalf? Right? Because in the Bible, there's a verse where it talks about that when we're in a time and a situation to where when we can't even get out words, but we moan and we groan to God, not groan, but we're moaning and we're trying to get out the word, we're trying to get out a prayer. It says the Holy Spirit ultimately will be able to interpret our cries, right? So do you have three friends or do you have a friend that can get on their knees and that they can put up a prayer to heaven and they can pull heaven down to where God will intercede? If you don't have one, I would encourage you to just begin to look around you and then even begin to ask God, like, God, in this season of my life, I don't know what's coming. I don't know what's brewing. I don't know what you have for me. But ultimately, God, what I do know is that I want to be dependent upon you and I want you to send the right people in my circle. And I'm telling y'all this because there was a point in my life to where I was going out in Dallas, hitting uptown all the time, just living a life that was frivolous and living a life that just ultimately didn't have any eternal value. You understand me? Like I wasn't doing things for the kingdom. I was just doing things for bottle service in the club, in the bar, whatever it might be. And I was hanging out with my friends that I was hanging out with, and that was just the life that we were living. But if I needed somebody to get a prayer to heaven, those friends wouldn't have been able to get it to heaven. And that's not on them. That's just on me. So I had to pray. I was like, God, I need you to give me people to replace these friends because ultimately I enjoy hanging out with them. It's fun, but I was scared, y'all. I was scared because I'm like, if I don't have these friends, then my like my new normal is disrupted. I don't know what to do. Help me, Lord. And then surely enough, then there began to be this one gentleman named Jonathan Miles who was sent to my circle. And then I met him at church here in Dallas. And then there's another friend His name is Mahari Takai. And then he came out of nowhere from a job that I was working. And then God just began to bring me people who I could lean into and who I can rely on, who could not only get a prayer up to heaven for me, but also would keep me in the word, would hold me accountable. So, y'all, today, be encouraged. Be encouraged. If you don't have a friend like that or friends like that, well, this is the point of awareness, right? For us all to just tap in, check in, and see what God is really trying to do in our lives. Family, that's been straight from the source. If you enjoyed this content, be sure to hit the thumbs up so YouTube gets notified and gets aware. But also, family, stay tuned because we're going to be right back with more Speaker Success after this quick commercial break. Looking for timeless pieces that make a statement? Discover the Jewelry Department, where elegance meets craftsmanship. Owned by Miguel Contreras and located at 13505 Mumford Place, Suite 103 in Dallas, the Jewelry Department is your destination for stunning, one-of-a-kind pieces designed to elevate your style. From classic designs to modern trends, we offer a curated selection that reflects sophistication and artistry. Because we believe your jewelry should be just as unique as you are. Visit us today at the Jewelry Department, where every piece tells a story. And let us help you find the perfect piece that speaks to yours. The Jewelry Department, elevating your look with elegance and style. Find us at 13505 Mumford Place, Suite 103 in Dallas. What's going on? What's going on? What's going on, family? We're back. We're back with more Speaker Success in the morning. I got to switch over to this because producer Britt is over here wrestling her cat. I couldn't do it fast enough. Dang, I was going to get you, Britt. I was like, I got to switch back over here to get producer Britt on here wrestling her cat right now. What is going on? Wait, the audio. Wait, your audio ain't audioing.
Oh,
Oh, there
hello,
you.
hello.
I was about to say. I'm
Who?
sitting.
I was about to.
I'm looking right here. The audio is coming
I was
through.
about to hang up. Do you hear me?
Oh, everybody blacked out today. Oh. Audie said, "Get off of me." Okay, I'm doing my
I
own thing
know.
this morning.
It's actually I had to turn the air down because he got cold. He left.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh man, your Wi-Fi. Okay, so I got a couple stories really quick that I want to get to.
Okay.
Just want to
Who's
touch
that?
base. Okay, boom. Okay, so 2 days ago, there's a story out about Syracuse being fined $25,000 by ACC for faking injuries during win over Clemson. Did you see that?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Coach Fran Brown down there. Coach Fran. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, so the ACC has fined Syracuse $25,000 after ruling that players faked injuries during Saturday's 34-21 win over Clemson. The conference cited a specific play with 9 minutes and 25 seconds left, saying two players faked their injuries in violation of Rule 336B, which deems such tactics unethical and contrary to the spirit of the rules. The National Coordinator of Football officials confirmed the actions were a clear attempt to gain an unmerited advantage. Clemson's quarterback, Cade Kopnick, also criticized Syracuse after the game, saying the stop pages disrupted Clemson's offensive rhythm. The fine, the max allowed, closes the matter. According to the ACC, the loss dropped Clemson to 1-3 overall, 0-2 in conference play.
Man.
So I mean, they ain't really winning, huh? I guess so.
I mean, it's been a rough season starting out for Clemson, but they're trying to put things back in motion. They're trying to put things back in motion. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Sean Diddy Combs' legal team pushes him to serve no more than 14 months ahead of federal charges sentencing. Okay. So federal prosecutors, let me see. On September 22nd, my voice cracked. On September 22nd, legal team submitted a 182-page sentencing memo highlighting his traumatic upbringing, struggles with substance abuse, and efforts at rehabilitation. They argued that his nearly 13 months at the Metropolitan Detention Center have been transformational,
Mm,
noting his sobriety, participation in counseling, and mentorship of fellow inmates. However, the federal prosecutors have recommended a prison term between 51 and 63 months. While
mm,
Cohn was acquitted of sex trafficking and racketeering charges, they argue the convictions warranted a significant sentence. Combs, a dominant figure in the music and entertainment, faces his sentencing on October 3rd.
dang.
Wow, coming
Right around,
up
right around the corner. Right around the
right
corner.
around the corner.
Britt,
Okay, so we shall
it's
see what you got.
it's so wild though. Like just to hear like the game of court and the game of legal.
I know,
It's like,
right?
oh, so he's been being good. He's been being, sobriety. Of course, he's been sober. I mean, my man. I mean, well, I guess not necessarily, of course, because some people, get down.
I
But
mean, you can't get
mentoring inmates, and he's been
Mm-hmm.
doing this, and he's been doing that. It's just the interesting, like the
I
whole
know.
game of it all, and how they put
Mm-hmm.
these things together and make it sound real good. But hey, I mean, let
Do what
let
you
let
know.
justice be served, whichever way it go. Of course, I don't want to
I
see another
agree.
black man behind the wall, but hey,
We'll see what happens.
we'll see what happens, man. We'll see what happens.
Okay. You like H Town? You down with H Town? You like H Town? Beyonce? You love it? Beyonce?
H
All
Town
right.
Trill Burger, Bun B.
All right.
Yeah.
Houston named the poorest big city in the United States. 21.2% of Houston's residents live below the poverty line, according to census
Wow.
data. Yeah, so the census officially cited several factors behind the city's rising poverty rate, including the prevalence of low wage jobs and influx of immigrants and escalating food and housing costs. Mm.
Dang.
Philadelphia, long considered the nation's poorest big city, has dropped just below the 20% poverty line threshold, moving Houston into the number one spot. Not us fighting for the first of the low.
That's
That
crazy.
is
The
crazy.
top of the bottom.
The
Okay.
top of the bottom,
The
yeah.
top
So
of the bottom.
yeah, but it's crazy how, they just make all these categories because it's like, yes, Houston, Philadelphia, they're big cities, but they're poor cities. And then you have small poor cities, and then you just have regular poor cities. And then you have big big rich cities, and then you have small small rich city. And it's so crazy how they
Nah,
just be coming up with everything.
what that reminds me of? Like how you be watching the game
What?
on ESPN and they pull up these random stats.
Yes, I was just about
This
to
is
say that,
this is the
Jonathan.
first kicker from this side. This is the first kicker to jump from high school to college and to hit a field goal in the second quarter with 2 minutes left. Like what? Y'all
Yes.
be pulling records, be making
Especially
stats, and I'm
in the
like,
NBA, they'll be like, "This is his first time getting a steal, block, a shot, um, a behind the back pass, an assist, and here and there, all in the same night." Well, duh. Who else
making up new records. Call the Guinness Book because we got a record for making the most amount of new records in one
I
night.
be thinking that all the time. I'll be like, they just be pulling stuff out of
The
a hat.
weirdest stats
Yes, the
ever.
weird. We have to look up some because that is funny.
Man,
Um,
yeah.
Okay, here we go. So Disney Plus, they showing a big one right now. Okay,
Mm,
Jonathan, because everybody was just boycotting them. Hulu, Disney Plus, ABC, the whole nine
mm-hmm.
nine.
Mm-hmm.
And Disney Plus said, "Well, we are going to increase our subscription prices by 20%." Okay, their ad tier. Here we go. It goes from $9.99 a month to $11.99 a month.
Mm.
And then if you want the premium, that goes from $15.99 a month to $18.99 a month.
Disney.
Like, you got some nerve.
Say what? I mean, but this even speaks to the play they did. I think it was like a year or so ago when they
Uh-huh.
scraped all their content from everywhere else. It's like, nah,
Mm.
baby, you trying to see Lion King? You got to see Lion King over here. You want to
Over
see
here.
Aladdin digitally remastered? You got to come see
Over
it
here.
over here. So
I
we
got
can
a
feel.
VCR. I
Man,
see
so I
Aladdin
got a
so
DVD player and I bought I bought what, the diamond edition or the platinum edition of Aladdin when it came back out. I was like, let me just go ahead and get this. But now
Love
Disney
that.
getting their coin regardless because yeah,
Yeah.
you know they were rolling out new shows and of
Yeah.
course people enjoying that content. But then even further beyond that, like don't nobody want to sit there and watch Aladdin 15 times. Like,
And then on top of that, the Marvel universe is on Disney.
ugh, that's a
Yeah.
power play. That's
Yeah,
a
that's
power. Yeah, man. How do
that's
we
a
beat
billion
them?
dollar franchise.
How do we beat them? This is nah,
I
it's
don't
not
know.
looking good. It's not looking good, Britt.
So this is all starting on October 21st. So if you got Hulu, make sure you watch out. Okay, for the annual subscribers, the premium plan will see an increase of $30, bringing it to
Mm.
$189 per year. Bundled packages such as Disney Plus with Hulu and ESPN Plus. ESPN Plus is trash. I'll tell
I
you
was
that
about
right
to
now.
say I don't know. Well, I mean ESPN Plus. I feel like I'm probably one of the 5 people that would enjoy ESPN Plus because I know they got all them documentaries on there. Like they got all the
Oh,
documentaries on there. Yeah,
I
even
guess.
though they got some of the extra sports and games that I don't know who's watching, but
Yeah, yeah,
ESPN Plus with docs. I
yeah,
rock
yeah,
with it. I
yeah.
rock
Y'all just need to put that regular on ESPN. But anyway,
with it.
so moving right along, Cardi B claims the only reason she's still married to Offset is because he's demanding she wait, yeah, he's demanding she pays his taxes, gives him millions of dollars,
Yeah. Mm.
and hands over one of her properties before signing the divorce papers. Sounds like trash to me.
Oh man, that's messy. But that's also rich people problems. Like I mean, we hear you. We really
Mm,
hear you right now. But the people in Houston, they the biggest poor city. I'm sure any of them people would be more than happy with a job that's slightly above the poverty line.
yeah,
That's gonna provide them a house to live in, an apartment to live in, some Trill
I
burgers for
agree.
the weekend or something. I don't know. But meanwhile, you just trying to get another one of your properties and millions of dollars. Come on, man.
Yeah,
Like I mean,
yeah.
I feel you, but that's rich people problems, man.
We have
That's
one
rich people problems.
comment. We got one comment here. It says, "Here come the men who don't have two nickels to rub together. If you talk to wealth managers, they will tell you that middle older age women are actually the group that gets swindled the most in divorces. You don't just hear about it because all you see in the media and know is that 1% of celebrities, athletes, and or 1%. What? You just don't hear about it because all you see and know is the 1% of celebrities and athlete in the media. That makes sense.
Mm, that does make sense. But both of them.
Mm.
But which one would you say you think is worth more, Cardi B or Offset?
Cardi B.
Okay. And I mean
Yeah.
that's what I figured.
I say that because she's all the way up like Vogue level, and like once you make it up
Mm,
there, like it's a whole different ball game.
and she
Like if
was
you're
on
doing
that.
Vogue, what?
Oh, what I was about to say, and she was on that like that one string where she was on all the talk shows and doing that.
Yeah, she had that
And
big. I don't know.
then,
I think it was with Pepsi. She had a Super Bowl commercial. That's $10
mm,
million right there. And
ugh,
so you know what I
whew,
mean. Like
dang.
so, it's just I'm gonna say Cardi B for sure. And then she
Mm.
has she has a liquor. She has multiple things.
And she's a
So
solo artist, and he was a group artist.
I mean, it was his cousins
Well, no, no,
and
no.
his
I'm
uncle.
no, but I'm just saying, like, she don't got to split. She's not splitting the pot. Whatever they get,
True.
they
I
okay. We
mean,
cutting it this way and that way. Of course, I mean, of
you
course,
cutting it that way and then you giving it to all your managers. But I mean, she also
mm,
is signed to, a record label, so they take all that money. But anyway, so moving right along, Instagram will allow you to now customize your algorithm. Interesting. I thought that I was always doing that. This new feature allows you to pick types of content that you want to be shown. Okay, so this is what it reads. The Instagram algorithm affects everyday life by curating a personalized but often narrow view of the world based on user behavior. This can influence a person's mental health, social interactions, purchasing decisions, and exposure to different perspective. The app's addictive design by drive the app's addictive design driven by algorithms is engineered to maximize the time spent on the platform. So they want you to not do all those things because it's becoming addicting. So they want to make sure that you customize your experience. And it's like, well, I thought I was customizing my experience already by following who I wanted to follow. And then y'all kept sprinkling in these ads because I got the
Man,
phone, because I got my phone. You listening to me on the phone. And then next thing you know,
wow.
pops up an ad, something pops up, somebody I wasn't even thinking about following. You suggest that I follow them. I don't need your suggestions. I don't need your
Random
suggestions.
suggestions just popping up. But then that's the crazy thing. Okay, y'all are trying to change this because y'all are trying to make it the most to maximize the experience. But when you start putting things on my algorithm that I want to see, then I'm really gonna be addicted. What are we doing, Instagram? Y'all adding stuff that didn't
Trying
nobody
to be like
ask for. Y'all
trying to be
creating
like
stuff
TikTok.
that don't nobody want. Like
Mm-hmm.
people, like what a retweet button? Why is there a retweet button on Instagram? Leave
Why
retweet on
is
Twitter,
there a retweet? Yes,
and
I saw that.
Twitter ain't even a thing. I don't even believe Twitter is like I don't know what to think about Twitter no more. Like I don't
Me
even go
either.
over there. Like it's just like long lost family. Like we cool. I see you when I see you,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm not going over there just to go over there. Ain't nothing over there for
I
me.
agree.
It's just,
Mm. Okay, that's how Jonathan feel.
get all the platforms. Just all the platforms. Just get together, man. Just make one. Just make one. Just get together.
You
Like
would think
maybe
so,
two, but we got like five right now. It's too much.
but we
It's too
got
much.
Facebook. Well, no, you
Facebook
got
ain't going nowhere.
YouTube, you got Facebook, you
Mm-hmm.
got Instagram, you got TikTok, you got Snapchat, you got Twitter X. If you still use that,
Got
you got
fan
the
base.
fan base. You got Lemonade. That's another one. I mean, the only one that really matters out of all of these, Pinterest. Okay, because you can keep
Oh
whatever
yeah,
you
yeah,
got.
yeah.
Okay,
Okay, Pinterest.
Pinterest
You
been
trying to get your
around.
fall outfits together. You trying to get your recipes
Okay.
together. You trying to get your checklist together. Pinterest got the pictures, and they got the link where it's pinned, and then you click over here, and it take you over there, and you're like, oh, this is a
Ev-
free checklist. Yeah,
the
Pinterest.
best evergreen app ever invented. Okay, Pinterest do that big one. Okay,
What?
I love it.
How,
Yeah,
how often do you go to Pinterest? Like how often do you utilize the platform?
every day.
No, you don't. Are you
I'm on
serious?
Pinterest once a day. Yes. Sometimes it may look like I'm
Wow.
scrolling on Instagram or on social media
Wow.
in general. I'm probably just on Pinterest. Mhm.
Dang, just pinning pins to your board.
I could be pinning outfits. I could be pinning food. I could be
Dang.
pinning quotes. I could be pinning anything. Anything. I could be looking at
Dang.
stuff, sending it to the girls in the group chat.
Wow.
Pinterest every
Oh
day.
my goodness. Oh, and
Every day.
there's another sleeper. Reddit.
What?
Reddit.
Reddit.
Super
Reddit.
super sleeper. Never realized how utilized Reddit is really used. Never
That
realized it.
is a bit. People really use that.
I
People really
know.
use
That's what I'm
that one.
saying. It's like a group study hall or like group think all together.
Yes.
That's the best way to
Yes.
describe that. But
Yeah.
when I tell you, I
And
see all these responses, I'm like, oh my goodness, what in the world? Everybody expert in everything. It's just
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah. And you could go on there, you say, hey, what y'all think about this show? Woo-doo, what y'all think about this? And you'll see a little forum or a little chat talking about it. And then, you can go in there and either
Yeah,
reply or just listen to or, just read what they got to say.
Reddit,
So, yeah,
Reddit.
pretty cool.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Okay.
get back on Pinterest today. I'm gonna get back on Pinterest, see what we got on my board to pin. Okay.
Hey, do something.
Yeah.
Okay, so moving right along. So Trump administration. Okay. Also, guys, as you can see, Attorney Fred Jones is not here today. So,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
it's just Jonathan and myself, and we're not gonna get into a lot of legal stuff today because we always want the lawyer present. And so, therefore, we're just doing our stories, doing our thing.
He's on the
Um.
road. He's on the road, Britt.
Oh, he's on the road.
Yeah, he's on
He's
the
on the
road.
road doing his thing.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Okay, so Lincoln lawyer. Okay, so Trump administration rehires hundreds of federal workers after Doge layoffs backfire, which we all knew what was going to happen. Projected $460 million in savings on government lease building. Now revised to 140 million. So just to make all this make sense, according to an internal memo, the General Services Administration has given dismiss employees until the end of the week to reinstate. It's crazy how you fire somebody and then it's like, well, I'm gonna give you the choice at the end of the week. If you don't pick it to the end of the week, then you stay fired. Like, you need me, I don't need you.
This
And
is
now you want
wild.
me back. Yeah, to return with a return to work date of October 6th, Jonathan. Many of the workers had continued to receive pay during
Mm.
their 7-month absence, while GSA, which is the Government Service Administration, ranked up costly lease issues by cutting staff too quickly. So critics, including the congressional Democrats, argued the cuts created costly confusion without delivering promised savings. Doge, Elon Musk, projected $460 million in lease savings has already been revised down to $140 million. Meanwhile, the government accountability, they have so many offices. We just talked about the GSA. Now we're talking
Mm.
about the GAO. The
Mm-hmm.
Government Accountability Office is reviewing GSA's workforce of property management with findings expected coming in the next month. So basically, he just want everybody back, and he thought he was gonna save some money, but they're losing money. Thank God those people were getting paid, but now they got a week. Now they got to October 6th to come back.
I'm about to say, Britt, what I heard out of this was they are here with some major PTO. Okay. Major. They on vacation. They getting paid, not coming to work. And then, okay, now we need you back. Like, what?
Come on back. Come on back by October 6th, baby. Come
Hey,
on
come
back.
on back. I know you. I know you out there in Dubai. I know you out there in Maui. I know you out there.
I know
What's it
you're in
called? What's the
Miami
place where
right
they?
now.
What's the place where they got the blue
What?
water? I know it's across overseas. What's the place where they got the blue
What?
water? Ah, what's it called?
Europe? I don't
No, I
know.
can't think of it.
Oh, Greece, Santorini?
Bali. Bali.
Oh, Bali.
Yeah, out there
Oh,
in Bali with that
well.
funky blue water. Yeah.
And the funk and the
Living it
monkeys
up.
too.
They be having
Yeah.
oh, that's the one they be having they be hanging out like in the water and stuff. Like the people be is that the
The
one?
monkeys, when the monkeys be taking the glasses and taking the backpacks and they won't give it back until you get them food, that's Bali.
Oh, dang.
Yeah, and you can miss me, okay? Because I'm gonna have to.
I'm gonna get the Bali. I'm gonna play with the monkeys, man.
Well, make sure you put your contacts in, okay? Um. Okay, so back to Houston here. So a
Oh,
911 operator sentenced to 10 days. This was okay. Yeah, this is a while. What? Yeah, no, this was last week. So a 911 operator sentenced to 10 days in jail, Jonathan, for hanging up on thousands of emergency calls.
this is funny, but it's sad. Like this is
It's
super sad.
sad. I always don't like it when it's black people too, and she
Oh,
black, and I was like, why you do that?
oh my God. People.
So let me read it. Okay, so it happened in 2018. So in 2018, a former Houston 911 operator, Crescenda,
That's a name.
Krishanda Williams was sentenced to 10 days in jail and 18 months of probation after being convicted of disconnecting thousands of emergency calls over the course of a year and a half.
Oh
Um,
my
and
goodness. She should be ashamed of
an
herself.
audit showed not sure that many of her calls less than 20 seconds, Jonathan. In
Oh.
one case, she hung up on a man reportedly a robbery, and the store manager was later killed because she hung up.
Oh
Williams
no.
admitted to investigators that she frequently ended calls because why? She didn't want to talk to anyone. If we had a donkey of the day, it would have to be her
Oh
because
my
why would
goodness.
you do that?
Oh God, that's so you get. Let me get this straight. What did she say in her job interview, Brittany? What did
Okay,
she
well
say in her?
let me tell
Okay,
you how the
go ahead.
911 operator
Oh my
job
goodness.
goes because I had a friend that did this. So
Oh
you
wow.
apply for the job, boom, you get the job, and then you take a test. When you take the 911 operator test, and then from there you go into training. That's it. So apparently she scored high enough to pass the test, and then she went into the training, and then she got the job, and she's been there for however many years she's been there. But within that year and a half, the girl said, "I don't feel like talking to nobody. I don't feel I don't feel like talking to nobody." That's what she said. She said, "I don't feel like talking to nobody. I'm hanging up on them, and shame on her."
So apparently she's a strong test taker because clearly her people skills is not there and her customer service skills is not there. That's great. Like, what did when she went through? I need to know. Like in the interview, like what do you tell
Uh-huh.
somebody? Like when they ask her with the, how do you handle adversity or how do you handle when you're overwhelmed? I just hang up.
I don't feel like I just hang up.
I just
I don't feel
run.
like
I wonder what her relationship game is like. It can't be that great because she running away. Anytime there's an
hanging up
issue,
on people calling
I'm
911
just
is
run.
crazy.
People are
I mean,
in dire need for you to not hang up the phone. They, they need you to talk. They need you to entertain them
I
at
need
the
you
least.
to, yeah, yeah.
I need no. I need you to do your job. It's one thing to where I come through your line in the grocery aisle and you like, nah, I ain't gonna bag it. Nah, I ain't gonna ask you paper plastic. You can just get it, whatever. We can grab this stuff. We can say they silly and then just walk off. Right
911?
here, this is next level ignorant. This is
911 is different. Yeah,
this
we
is
gotta do
beyond me.
better. We gotta do better, black people. That's what the white people be talking about now. Okay, here we go. So, billionaire philanthropist Mackenzie Scott, the ex-wife of Amazon founder Jeff Bezos, my girl, going out with another donation. You know, she's giving away all her money. She said,
She
"I don't
be
want the money."
say HBCU. She done
Okay,
broke off some HBCUs. You
and
understand
I'm about to
me?
tell you right now,
Okay.
she has donated $70 million to the United Negro Fund
Jesus.
to financially strengthen HBCU.
Oh
So
my
shout
goodness.
out to my girl Mackenzie because she ain't playing
70
around with the money. And most of the
million?
money that she be giving it to is always HBCUs or some black nonprofit or something. You know who need to reach out? I know that Tyler Perry is a billionaire, but we might need to reach out to Mackenzie, see if we can get some funding for the next BET Awards. So yeah, that would be nice. Okay, let her sponsor that.
And
Because
then,
if you
oh
notice,
man.
I don't even know if you watch the BET Awards, but if you notice on BET now, every award is every presentation of an award
Sponsor.
is a sponsorship spot.
So every presentation of award is an ad. Okay.
That's so
Hulu ain't the
cheap.
only one to say that's I guess that's
That's
a whole
so
situation.
cheap.
Just
That's
like
cheap.
I mean,
That's
yeah.
so whack.
But just like when you go on them college campuses, I used to wonder why they had the names of the buildings that they have. Now I know. People
Oh
writing
yeah,
them
they're
checks. This is
writing them
the
checks and writing them
Bob
off.
Johnson Business Building. Okay. This is,
Exactly.
Aaron Andrews Entertainment Center. You understand me? That's crazy. Boy, they writing these checks. That's a lot of
They
bread you
getting
don't
them
write.
checks, man.
Put your name,
They
put on
getting them
that building.
checks.
Mm,
They
mm,
get
mm.
that is true. That is true.
Okay.
Okay, so studies show that 63% of the Gen Z workers are already tapping into their retirement savings ends to make ends meet.
Oh, this is so stressful.
Kids ain't
This
got
is
no money, ain't paying us nothing. I mean, I'm not a Gen Zer, but a new study by Payroll Integrations
Mm,
reveals that nearly half of Gen Z workers, 46%, with the oldest being around 28 years old, have already dipped into the retirement fund. Among the 42%, uh, use the money to tackle debt, while other 25% needed it for urgent emergency costs, medical bills, housing, or car
mm.
repairs.
Yeah.
What do you think? Somebody in the comments said, I borrow from mine all the time. I need it now. I don't
Me.
know how it's gonna be this time around.
Me.
Somebody tried to make a funny, said Gen Z saving for retirement. How old are they? Millennials, a part of the 63%. A bad decision to be forced to make. Understood that.
Mm.
I just did it along with my others now, and somebody said I'm 40. My job
Man.
matches my 401k 100%. I'm trying so hard not to touch it. So,
See, this is the
man,
this is the part because I'm curious. I'm curious about a few things. The first thing I'm curious. I don't think it says in the article, but I'm curious: is the
mhm.
debt student loan debt or is it like consumer credit card type debt? Because if it's student loan,
I'm gonna go
what
on
you
a
think?
limb. I'm gonna say credit card debt because them Gen Z's probably running that credit card line. Ugh.
Yeah, I
Ain't
mean,
nobody worried about that
yeah,
student
I
loan
guess.
debt.
Yeah,
Unfortunately,
I mean, I can
although
see
we
that.
need to do a little update on it. Yeah, but go ahead.
But
Yeah,
but the thing,
I'm gonna. Yeah.
what are you done? Or you still
Sorry,
talking?
I'm not saying anything. I'm done. I'm done.
I'm done. You know what? I was gonna say that. What was the payroll bankroll stats? What? So no, what I'm saying though, what I'm saying here is because I was gonna say if it is if it was student loan debt, and I was about to say what type of a sham did we get to get this degree? I need to hang up my degree actually since I paid for it. I need to hang up my degree. But what type of sham is it we got the degree and still can't afford to live, right? Because this is the part. This is the part to where it's like, bruh, like anywhere else you buy something, and I mean it's somewhat of a fair trade. But is that degree? Well, I mean,
I mean,
everybody ain't like you know, working in media, doing your thing in media. But what I'm saying is, we also need to get another skill set, right? And I told you just
yeah,
yesterday,
yeah,
like, you know what, 3 years ago it was like, hey, niche down, hey, do your one thing, and it sounds
yeah.
great. It sounds
Mhm.
wonderful when your bills are all paid, and it sounds wonderful when you ain't worried about having late credit card bills and fees and everything like that. But what
Right.
happens when the job that you're working ain't helping the ends meet? Then you need to go get some more meat, pause. But what I am saying is you got we got to develop some more skills, man. Like I mean we hit the pandemic and then everybody picked up a new business, new trade, whatever it might be. But now it's time to really tap into whatever that thing was that you were like, oh, this is gonna be it. I hope you didn't stray too far from it because you need to bring that back in. You need to tap back into
Well,
that
everybody's
thing.
saying that all the kids need to go and they just need to go to trade school. We need electricians, we need plumbers, we need those
This
type
is
of
true.
workers.
This
And
is true.
apparently they get paid very well. So, um yeah, so go to trade school, but everybody want to be a millionaire, entrepreneur, real estate mogul, media
Well,
mogul,
first you gotta do.
NBA,
First, you gotta get your
NFL,
$50,000
whoop-de-whoop.
loan for your car. Gotta get the $50,000 car loan. Britt, I seen somebody literally. They're
If you
at
pay
the
me fifty thousand
bank.
dollars right now, okay? Uh-huh.
Oh my goodness, they're at the bank, and these people are trying to cash a check for somebody else's tax refund, and they're like, "Who told you to cash this check?" And they was like, "Oh, it was such and
Straight,
such." Well, why aren't they cashing the
crazy.
check? Nah, they sent me to do it, sir. If
You're
somebody
going to jail.
had a $20,000 check to cash, why would they send
They would
somebody
be
else
there.
to cash it? No, sir. If I had a $20,000, I will walk to the bank. Do you hear me?
Right.
I'm walking to the bank. I'm skipping. I'm jumping. I'm doing backflips. I can't even do a backflip. Okay, I'm doing all
I'm
this
doing
to get to the
cartwheels the
bank.
whole way, baby.
I'm doing cartwheels the whole way. I'm doing push-ups in between. Like, hey, you ain't stopping me. twenty thousand
Right.
dollars. So I
I
mean,
don't. Yeah,
but
yeah.
I mean, but to your point though, but this is the challenge, Britt. It's like, yeah, you can be an electrician. Yeah, you can be a plumber. Yeah, you can be whatever. Get whatever trade you want to, but that requires work. And I'm not saying Gen Z don't want to work. I'm not saying they don't want to work, but I'll
They
speak for
don't.
myself. I'll speak for myself. I want to do something that I enjoy, right? If somebody was stroking a check for us to show up every morning doing what we've been doing, hey, I'm rocking every single morning
And I
right
think
here.
that's what the difference is. Whereas, like, you know, our from our mom, from our parents' generation back, they had to get jobs because they had no, Ozzy, please don't jump up here. They had to get they had to get jobs because they like, hey, we gotta make this money. Whereas now it's like, well, you have the freedom to get a job that you like, something with a passion,
Mm-hmm.
and you know, something that makes you happy. Whereas they be like, hey, we need this money. We need this money now. If I gotta
Now,
be an electrician, I gotta be an electrician. If I gotta do this, I gotta do this. And I just gotta do what I gotta do. And the Gen Z, they have so much access to everything. If you really put your mind to it, you can make money just being a content creator. If you really put your mind to it, you could do Amazon Flex. Okay.
mm,
I mean, they make it so, I mean, yes, they make it so easy, but it's just so many things that you can do.
that's true.
So when it comes to like, hey, are you interested in being an electrician? No, I don't
No,
want to
no,
do
no.
that. Are
I
you
ain't gonna do
interested
that.
in being a plumber? No, I don't want to do that.
Mm-mm.
So it's just, you know, is do they even have career day anymore at schools? Is career day really is that a real thing? Are the electricians
Uh,
going to the career day? Are the plumbers
electrician?
going to career day?
No, they getting paid. Master plumbers, master electricians?
But I'm
No, they're not
saying
going.
they
But
need. I'm
to
saying
your
the
point,
school,
they
because
need to
now the
find
school is
something.
like, yeah, because they took what they took the creativity part out of school. It's STEM,
Mm.
so kids can't be creative no more.
Still,
They
but
just why they
there is some
they
fun stuff.
them
There is
kids
some
ain't
fun
got
stuff with
no type
STEM.
of customer service. They don't know how to be creative. They don't know how to
Mm.
creatively write. They can't. Oh my
But they
gosh!
smart though.
Like, are
They
they? They smart
so
because you put
so
a computer screen right in front
well
of
okay,
them.
but
There's two different
here's the
types of
thing.
smart.
Okay, yeah, there you go. Go ahead, because I'm about to say the separation myself, but I think we're gonna say two different things. So
No,
go
go
ahead.
ahead.
Nah, I was
No,
about
go
to say
ahead.
there's two different kids on this spectrum. Because as I'm talking, I'm thinking of like your Landon, right? Boy will work this audio board, do this, do that, do this, but I'm not gonna do the small talk with you. That's not necessary. I'm locked into the phone, locked into my board. But then on the other end, you got the
Right.
kid that has bright ideas, right? More so kind of like Aaron. Has bright ideas, has high confidence, but doesn't have like that discipline and doesn't have that like stick with it to get what they
Mm-hmm.
need and what Britt, I gotta tell you that. I was talking to him yesterday. I said, hey bro, you talked to this basketball coach lately? Nah, I ain't talked to him yet. Okay, they're about to come into basketball season. Maybe you want to just talk to the coach so that you'll
October,
be
yeah.
locked in for next year. So he knows that, you come in and kind of can put his spot to this. Nah. I could send him an email, but I don't want to do that. I just want to go and do the whole trial all over again. I just want to work for it. I said, wow. So you want to take the hard way. Okay. Britt. I was like, what in the world?
What?
It's just a different generation. Why in the world would you want to take the hard way when you can get grandfathered in? I don't get
But
it.
you know, I mean, I would say, you know, sometimes that's how you know things get through. I guess if you find you want to take the hard way, take the hard way. Go ahead and walk on needles to get there if you need to, since you just don't want to take the easy way out.
Sometimes
Yeah,
it gets
I mean,
through, but
I've had
sometimes
some of those talks, but not when it comes to stuff like that. Like,
yeah, I
yeah,
don't.
other
I
stuff.
don't.
But yeah, when you say Landon versus Aaron, Landon's very technical. And
Yeah,
then,
for sure.
yeah, I would say most of the kids out here, the Gen Zers, they're technical smart. They're
Mm.
not creative smart. If I ask you to,
Mm.
hey, use your imagination, they're like,
What?
imagination? I'm a
What is
robot.
that?
I don't know what that is.
Imagination. Boop, 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 boop.
They didn't give us one of those in school. It's
Oh,
only STEM, okay?
where
Science,
do I find
technology,
that?
engineering, and math. They
I don't
didn't
see
say
that in
that.
my phone. Okay.
Yeah, so it's like
R2D2.
the creative part is just shot. And
Dang.
so you know, I really hate that. I really hate that because you know, do they do is there a science fair? Is I mean, I know there's a science fair,
Oh
but
yeah.
um I guess like, is there anything creative that the kids are doing? Do they have art class anymore? Do they have
I
art
don't know.
class? I know some of the schools don't even have sports. So it's
Oh
like,
yeah, that's not. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
and
yeah.
that's a whole different situation.
But
It's
say,
like
but
I
them
gotta
kid,
go
but
to
them
another
kids,
school to play sports, and then whatever.
they ain't worried about sports though, cause them kids at them schools like that, like Townview, with the 6 high
Uh-huh.
schools in one, those are gonna be
12.
your CEOs,
But then again,
your future
they've
CEOs.
had no, they've had no, they've
Social,
had social, or they've
yeah,
just had no what is it,
connection.
experience,
Mm.
or oh my gosh, a word, exposure. They've had no
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
exposure
I get that.
to creativity or anything else, because it's like, well, I'm gonna stick you in this school,
Mm.
and then you can have a math class, 3 math classes a day. And I mean, they're just jamming the kids with
Wow.
information. Then they come out here, and then you go up. Like, I went to the movies the other day. Like I said, I went to go see him, and I know that Cinnanopolis, they're just more of like, hey, you got your ticket, cool, you could just walk right on in. But I come from an era where customer service is important to me. So I walk in, everybody just sitting there on their phone, talking, looking at each other, smiling, ha
That's
ha,
it.
kiki.
That's it
And
right there.
I walked up, and I was like, hey, just trying to see what theater am I in. Oh yeah, you can just walk in. And before they said that, it was this, Jonathan. This is what happened.
They be on them phones, boy.
They're on the they're on the phone. And I was like, "Hey, I just want to, do my thing." And they're looking at me like this. Yeah, you could just walk in. Just go.
Why are
And
you
I'm like,
bothering me? Why are you
"Did
asking me
I do
questions?
something wrong? Excuse me."
You should not be asking me
Or
questions while I'm
if
at work. You should not ask me to help you
yes.
while I'm at work.
Or if you go to the mall, you check out, and then you just go up to the counter, and then they're like, "All right," and it's like, "Is there a hello? How was the shopping experience?" So it's just no customer service. There's just no customer service.
That's
So it's like,
funny.
yeah, yeah. How we were talking about speaking, yeah, I will speak about that. Because I
Oh,
do have experience in
okay.
customer service. Okay, there's a
Okay.
way that you should treat people, especially when they come in spending a hard earned money, and I learned that from my mama. Okay, you don't do that to people. Okay,
Mm.
people come in here, they come in for experience. Sometimes I will walk out of a store if you do not say hi to me. I will walk out of a store. It just upsets me,
Oh
because I'm
yeah,
like,
that's super
somebody's not up
frustrating.
here.
That's super
Yeah,
frustrating.
and
It's
then
like
you
I
got the
gotta
nerve to be
earn your
like, who
acceptance.
helped you? Nobody helped me in here. Nobody said
Mm.
anything to me.
They love asking that right before they type their own numbers in. They love asking that. Who helped you?
Thank
I
you.
help myself. Is there a self checkout
I
in here?
help
Because
myself.
you do not deserve this commission. You did not earn this at
Yeah.
all. At all. But
There were
I used to kind of make fun of you when you would say that, like, I want people to do their job. But as you're saying that, I realized that as I'm going through like the Walmart line or whatever, and I got my stuff, I'm like, hello, like I'll say it because it is weird. Like, to just come up to the line, they just scan your stuff, and then they might tell you the total, they might not. Might just go ahead and scan your card. Like,
and
what just
that part
happened?
right there. They might tell you the total, they might not. And it just be like, okay, well, it's 68.50. Or you just gotta look at the thing and be like, oh, okay, well, it's 68.50. That's how
Uh,
much it is. She ain't gonna tell me. He ain't gonna tell anybody gonna tell me nothing.
man,
Oh my goodness. So
the
it's just
future.
a
Oh my
horrible
goodness, the future
experience
is scary.
sometimes. Yeah, it's a horrible
Scary.
experience sometimes going into places, because you're like, what is wrong with these kids? And then you got, what's wrong with the lady hanging up on people, calling
Oh,
911,
don't
calling for
bring this
help.
back. Oh,
It's just like, what is going on, Jonathan? What is going on? That's what it
the
feels like.
world,
It feels
man.
like,
The world is going
oh my
down.
gosh, it's just
Going to what they say,
robots
going to hell in a handbasket.
everywhere. Hey,
And then on the
oh
other
my
hand,
goodness.
the people that are talking to you giving you customer service, that AI, that's a bot. He set up a bot for you.
That's a bot.
Hey,
That's
hello.
a bot.
How are you doing today? How can we help you? Describe the problem that you're having right now. Oh,
It's
shoot, you
so
talking to me?
crazy.
Let me tell you what's going on. Since nobody else talking to me, nobody else asking.
Real quick, I saw this TikTok video, and this guy was like, I called a hotel, and I was like, hey, can I get a reservation for this day, this blah 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 blah. And then the guy was like, oh yeah, if you go on our app And then the guy on the phone was like, I don't want to go on the app. I want you to do it.
Oh my goodness. That we cannot be there. That is terrible. And the reason why that's terrible because
Somebody did that to my mom the other day when we went to the mall. We were in
no.
anthropology, and my mom was like, "Oh, because there's an anthropology in Southlake," and so she was like, "Oh, okay. Do you have an account?" And then my mom was like, maybe," and I was like, no, I know I don't have one because I go shopping with my mama, and so I was like, so she types in her number, blah 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 blah, and the lady was like, "Oh no, it didn't pop up." Cool, whatever. And then the lady was like, and my mom was like, "Okay, well, can I just go ahead and sign up?" And then the girl was like, "Oh, yeah, you could just go on our app, sign up. You could go. So many great
Mm, mm,
deals.
mm, mm, mm.
You right here. You already got my phone number in. All you gotta do is add my first name, my last
Why
name, and my
would I
email.
go
That's
on the app?
it."
Why would I take another step when I had to get up, get in the car, get dressed, and come to you in the first place? I'm not going on the app. You can go on the app for me and you can sign me up. That's what you can do.
You in the
You
system.
can go on the
You
app.
in the system.
Yeah,
Right.
you in the system. You are the system. Okay. Matter of fact, so I
You
don't care
in
what
the
you're talking about.
app. You in the app.
Why don't I
Right.
go on the app?
Yes.
Why don't you go get your manager, and then you and your manager can go through the app together for me because I'm not about to do it.
And then
The
on top
ignorance.
and then on top of that, Jonathan, whatever, my mom bought a blazer and it rang up wrong. So it rang up more than what it was. And though she was like, it's 100. And then it was really supposed to be like $24 because it was on sale. And so she was like, yeah, normally they honor it, but it's 100. So they had to get the manager over here, change the price, woo, 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 woo. So it's like that happened anyway. But end all be all, it's like, I don't want to go on the app. I want you to do your job. I don't want to do your job for you. I don't want to do your job. I'm off work today. Okay, you clocked in. I'm clocked out.
I'm off work today, and I'm not clocking in here. That's hilarious.
I'm
Oh
not
my
working in retail
God.
no more, baby.
Oh
Jeez
man,
Louise.
we
But
out of here,
okay,
man.
well,
We out of here.
yeah, we out of here. 7:02. It's Thursday.
Man, we was
Do
rolling.
something good for yourself. Have fun. Have fun. It's Friday Junior, y'all. It's Friday Junior.
Friday Junior.
But I got a long day today. Marche, my office manager cousin, her job is doing their grand opening. So Priscilla and
nice.
we are going there to support our girl. So we're doing
Oh.
that after work. So
Get some
that's what
content.
producer Britt
Yeah,
doing.
get
Get
some
some content.
content.
Yeah.
We out of here. My son
Okay.
texted
Well,
me.
y'all have a good
My
one.
son texted me.
Okay.
He wait. He
That
not texting
is
me.
funny.
That's funny. Oh man. All right, y'all. So this was Straight Talk Thursday. As y'all see, I hope y'all enjoyed this content between producer Britt and myself. And y'all know we're here live Monday through Friday, 6 a.m. Central Standard to 7 a.m. Central Standard. If you have not subscribed to the channel, make sure you subscribe. And if you would like to get behind the scenes access, also access to some other content we got behind the paywall, you can become a member right here on YouTube at Succcess Media. Yeah. But anyway, without further ado, family, always remember, okay? Always remember. Speak your success, believe in your greatness, and continue to create the life and business of your dreams. Why would you and why should you live any other